Okay, we are back for another episode of NBA 2K14. Last episode, you see earlier, the Miami Heat crushed the Atlanta Magic by 14 points, 109 to 95. Nikita Vucevic and Aaron Flowers got 15 points. And the other hand for Miami Heat, LeBron James, 24 points, 10 assists, and Dwayne Wade got 22 points. And a huge dominate for Miami Heat, and now the Heat are taking to commanding 3 games to none of the series over the 8th seed Orlando Magic. Here's the bracket right here, as the Heat are now 3-0 and 1 win away for the goal for the Eastern semi slot. Here's the bracket right now. You see right here, only Dallas and Miami are 3-0, and New York Knicks trying to go for the same way. They're looking for the commanding 3 games to none, or it will be the Indiana Pacers trying must win, trying to avoid down 0-3 the series. So for this game, Game 3 of the Eastern Conference first round between the New York Knicks led by Carmelo Anthony and J.R. Smith up against the 5 seed Indiana Pacers led by Paul George and Danny Granger. For now, the Knicks gonna use the blue jersey and the Pacers gonna use the yellow jersey. And we're going to send in Kevin Harlan out here in Bankers Light Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Game 4 is on. Game 3 is on. Here in Bankers Light Fieldhouse. The rivalry heats up. Here we go. We're going to send in Kevin Harlan out here in Indy. Here we go. Let's get started. Knicks and Pacers starts now.
Damon Bruce here. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. The first round of the NBA playoffs continue as we take you east. It's going to be the New York Knicks up against the Indiana Pacers. See you later.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of this Eastern Conference Round 1 matchup. 2-0 so far. Perhaps the tide can turn in this one. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It is great to have you with us. We'll see the New York Knicks facing the Indiana Pacers. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting 5 for both teams. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at Tyson Chandler.
And one of the plays we're going to see with him a lot is the pick and roll. He's tremendous both as a screener and a popper. And you don't see him whistle for a lot of moving screens because his positioning is solid and his timing is right on the money.
And we can't forget to mention his rebounding now. When you watch him, just keep an eye on the way he battles in the paint when the shot goes up.
And look at Indiana. They need the boost here from the hometown fans, trailing 2-0. It is critical for them to start to edge back into this series.
And obviously losing this game would be a killer. Nobody's ever come back from down 3-0. So momentum can be on their side with one victory. It's got to happen tonight.
Well, it definitely is, Steve, but still, at this point, the series is pretty much right where people expected it to be. Now it's their turn to use their home court advantage and gain some traction in this series.
Now here's him, and the dunk by Chandler.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He had absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Hill drives in. Rejected by Felton, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. From deep, George. That drops. Now here's Felton and Doris Burks, both with Mike Woodson. Doris?
With a 2-0 lead in this series, he wants his team to remain focused on the business at hand. He said it's a terrific position they've put themselves in, and they're determined to make the most of it. We'll see how they fare with Game 3 underway now, guys.
Thanks, Doris. And the shot is good. Hill's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. Typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Dalton kicks to Stoudemire, and David West gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
C.J. Watson, he's checked in for Indiana. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. That's his first foul. Outside, Felton. West with the steal.
That was really a gift there. A nice steal, but probably a pass that shouldn't have been made in the first place.
Well, that's the easiest opportunity an offense can get. A steal.
Exactly. No defense for that.
And here are the Knicks now. It's a three-point game. They are really pleased with the victory on Monday.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Here is Watson. J.R. Smith making his last shot. He got an advantage there off the kick and took it right in.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And the dunk by Chandler. Pacers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And George, here we go. He passes to Watson. And advance the Pacers for deep.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
They got one to the Felton the pass to Smith. Here's Stoudemire. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
He's very savvy in traffic. He gets inside, has a kind of uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
Yeah, and I also love the way he can torture a defense by using the good old-fashioned pick and roll. When they execute it well, and he's on the receiving end of the pass, mark it up. It's 2 points.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Bargnani is checked in for Chandler. Mon Shumpert has come in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Barber on for Raymond Felton.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3-ball. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Rejected by Mahimi. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And during this break, let's take a look at some of the very best perimeter passers in basketball. These were the regular season assist leaders from the shooting guard position. Second is Paul George.
That list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. And the way these guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is really a thing.
And Steve, if you want to take your place among the great shooting guards in the NBA, you have to be able to do more than score. You got to pass it as well. A lot of these guys can't.
Knicks trail by 5. We've got 1:48 left here in the first quarter. Here's Stoudemire and the rejection by Mahimi. They recover it. And that is good. Smith's got 5 now.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. A different look for New York. Kenyon Martin, he's checked in for Stoudemire. And it's World Peace in for J.R. Smith. 1:31 left in the first. Got that one quick. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Bargnani. Checks up a 3. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a 3-point battle like this.
Now here's Johnson. Johnson right side. Puts it up from 7. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Watson, and the Knicks good for 2.
With a much bigger man guarding him, that's not an easy shot to get off. Never mind to knock down. Terrific basket.
Mahimi, lead pass was put in just the right spot. Mahimi's got his first basket of the night. Stolen by Stevenson. A finish. And the Knicks grab the bucket and send him to the line. Could be a 2-point play. The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And that one falls for Stevenson. Knicks trailed by 5. Here's Watson. Outside Hardaway. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like.
Scola, a screen on Hardaway. Johnson kicks to Scola. Terrific design in the pick play, and he lays it in. New York's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Hardaway against Johnson. Hardaway dishes to Bargnani. With 4 seconds on the clock, and it's good on the layup. Bargnani's got his second basket of the night.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. It's the Pacers up by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
First round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls take on the Atlanta Hawks. Friday night, NBA Hoops. Be there.
And we're set to get started again for the next bit of action in this game 3. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Indiana?
Well, Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, and a key indicator of their activity defensively.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Indiana, they've got Hill. Mahinmi is out there with Scola. Then there's Orlando Johnson. And it's Hill in at the point. The Pacers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Free throw drops for Hill, and the Knicks making a change here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Here is Watson. He's guarded by Hill. Here's world peace. It's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Watson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that.
Knicks trailed by 5. Puts it up from 12, and there are the Knicks with another bucket. Indiana's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Stevenson off the pick from Granger. And the basket by Stevenson. Stevenson's got 5 now.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
He took good advantage of that screen.
That's just a case of 2 teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
The 3 from Hill, and the Pacers another 3.
Boy, that is just good stuff for him. Nice touch.
Watson kicks to Hardaway. The pass to Chandler. Back to Hardaway. Passes it to Watson. And again, New York with the triple.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the 3-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
3 from Stevenson. Stevenson's got 5 points in the quarter.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. So for the Knicks, Anthony comes in for Kenyon Martin. And J.R. Smith subbed in for Meta World Peace. Outside, George. It's back to Hill. Hits the three-point bomb. Hill's got 7. Knicks trailed by 5. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. Well, a solid blend of aggression and athleticism drove these small forwards to lead their position in block shots during the regular season. 5th on the list, Danny Granger.
And that's a group of perhaps the most well-rounded defenders in the league. Solid on the perimeter with the ability to block shots on the inside.
And that's the ideal makeup of a wing defender. The perimeter defense is really a requirement. I mean, you got to be able to do that. But you can also block shots like these guys can. You become even more valuable.
Anthony kicks to Smith. Outside Felton. Here's the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
2 minutes. West to screen on Felton. Hill kicks it to West. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. And oh, here we go. Felton's got it. The fast break chance. That's good. Felton has got his second bucket of the night.
Good aggressive finish on the break.
That's as easy a 2 points as you could ask for.
1:49 left in the second quarter. Outside, George. Laid in with the first touch off the glass. George has got 12.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Felton the pass to Smith. The feed to Carmelo. Outside, Felton. Out to Anthony. On the wing, Shumpert. And again, New York with the triple.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
And George, here we go. Count the bucket. 14 points for him.
No, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Felton kicks to Smith. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. 50 seconds left in the first half. Shumpert against George. And it's good. Good contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
He is feeling a terrific percentage from the field.
A different look for New York. Bargnani is checked in for Chandler. Stoudemire comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Iman Shumpert. Felton attacking, and the shot is good. Felton has got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, huge play. I don't know that this is the time for that kind of play. Those games, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Gets it to go. And so here is Indiana. Granger from outside. And Indiana, another 3. Smith with it. 10 points for him. He kicks to Prigioni. He feeds it to Bargnani. Lays it up and banks it in. Bargnani's got 7 points in the game.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And the first half ends in a close one. Pacers lead by 2. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
What unbelievable postseason action we've got going on so far. This is 2K Sports as we get deeper into round 1 of the playoffs. Indiana with the lead against New York. They need a win or they'll fall into the dreaded 0-3 hole. Paul George just having his way against the Knicks. We're at halftime and still he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. On the other side, the Knicks looking pretty solid as well. And defensively, they've done a good job grabbing rebounds, limiting second chances. J.R. Smith is having a huge impact. He's been rolling recently, and he's continuing his excellent play in this one. Now time to get you back out to the game in Indiana. Second half coming right up.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we're back to the action here in this round one matchup. We're seeing a tremendous game from Paul George.
Yeah, the magic touch with the ball. Just made great decisions, piling up the assist there in the first half, and really doing a nice job for his teammates.
It isn't a very common occurrence, Steve. Typically, he's more likely to be on the receiving end of the pass, but so far, it's been the other way around here.
Checking out the group for Mike Woodson to start the second half. Anthony, Stoudemire, and Chandler will front line. The guards, Ray Felton and J.R. Smith.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Knocked away. And now the Knicks on the break. Felton leading the charge. Here's Stoudemire. That evens the score.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
The Knicks in their third free throw attempt of the game. Here's Hibbert. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. That bucket in no time at all. And the Pacers lead by 2. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
That's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
A great matchup. I mean, these two teams really, really match up well talent-wise. I'm enjoying this.
And it's Hill penetrating. A baseline J. And Stoudemire with the block. For New York, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Felton kicks to Anthony. Back to Felton. And it's Paul George with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So New York ends up going with the new group. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. He only dishes to Chandler. A stupendous finish in traffic. Chandler's got 6.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in pace.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively.
Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Bargnani is checked in for New York. Felton comes in for J.R. Smith. Chandler is screened. He only passes to Carmelo. He got right to the cup using that screen. 6 points for him.
Oh, he's explosive, Kevin. I mean, a lot of time, all it takes is a basket or two to really get his motor running. And suddenly, he becomes almost impossible to handle.
And, Steve, it's also really remarkable what a solid shooter he is, even in the presence of tough, sticky defense. He smoothly and calmly executes.
Felton against Johnson. Felton kicks to Bargnani. He only dishes to Felton. Shot clock at 5. And again, it's New York.
That's a clean look. Look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it
Here
over.
we go, Pacers fans. Now coming onto the court are your pace mates.
Let's look back now at some league leaders from the regular season. This time, it's a check on the best free throw shooters among the NBA centers and power forward. Tyson Chandler fourth.
Well, a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line.
Yep, some of them do that. Exactly, and we can see the reason why in those numbers. In general, the composure of all those players show up at the free throw line.
Here is Watson. He's covered by Felton. Watson's got 13.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. For the Knicks, Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Chandler. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Pablo Trujillo. New York trailing. Bargnani passes to Felton. J.R. Smith on the wing. He dishes it to Carmelo. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
That's a good shot for him there, but it's kind of puzzling to me that he's not calling for the ball today like he usually does. He has to do more if they're going to pull ahead.
Mahimi defended by Bargnani. Mahimi's shot is good. Mahimi's got his second basket of the night.
This has really become an intense ballgame ever since halftime.
Boy, the effort from both teams here, Steve, is terrific.
Bargnani kicks to Felton. Dishes it to Smith. Takes the three. And again, New York with the triple. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put up.
Looking over there at Steve, he's enjoying every second of it.
Yeah, me too. Man, this has been great, guys. The fans getting their money's worth here. Both teams just playing so hard out there.
A different look for New York. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Some nice passing by New York here. And that one's good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
The three from Hill. And again, it's the Pacers from deep. 52 seconds left in the third. J.R. Smith on the wall. Back to Felton. It's tipped. The drive by Hill. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Here's Felton. Kicks to Stoudemire. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
Kenyon Martin, he's checked in for Stoudemire. The shot and game clock separated by 4. No one covered. And that's 12 points for Danny Green.
Absolutely on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's where he's getting his points.
And Smith backing in. Felton sets a screen for Smith. Banked in off the glass. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter. From deep, George, and the Pacers another three.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, what a by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. It's the Pacers leading by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us.
First round of the Eastern Conference Playoffs. The Atlanta Hawks take on Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls next Sunday, 7 o'clock Central.
And we welcome you back to our coverage of round 1 in the NBA playoffs. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Down low, West and Hibbert. George and Granger on the perimeter. And Stevenson in at the point guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Gets the bucket.
What a great battle these teams are waging today.
Yeah, you get the feeling, Steve, the game could swing on just one or two plays down the stretch.
George dishes to Stevenson. And Indiana, another 3.
Tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
World Peace, the best of Felton. Back to World Peace. He lobs it up. And the touch by Chandler.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the... alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
And George, here we go. Tipped away. Chandler with the steal. And World Peace kicks to Smith. World Peace dishes to Smith. And the layup's good off the glass. Smith. He's got 9 points here in the second half.
Look at the points in the paint, the inside game. It's been very one-sided here for a while now.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
Timeout called the Pacers. He's checked in for Kenyon Martin. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
And so here is New York, trailing by 2. Felton goes in. Good on the shot.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Free throw good, Felton. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Now George fires for 3. Danny Granger, the bucket on the assist by George. George has got his 7th assist here tonight. Felton attacking. Granger with the defensive effort.
Boy, they almost tied it up with that shot.
Boy, they're this close here in the fourth quarter. Scrapping back into it.
And that one's good.
now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Anthony kicks to Shumpert. And the three ball is good.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
Granger passes to George. Hill lets it go with the three. And again, it's the Pacers from...
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made...
the most of it. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain it.
Anthony with it. George picks him up. Here's Shumpert. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
And here's George for 3. Carmelo Anthony grabs the ball. New York's gone 2 for 2 from three-point line to start the fourth quarter. And it's George finishing it off.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark. What they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Shumpert, and the Knicks good for 2.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Outside, George. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 27 points.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. And that'll be his 3rd foul. So time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Left to play here in the fourth. A drive by Shumpert. Chandler right through the knee for the layup.
Boy, he quieted the crowd with that big shot. That's a big play.
Yeah, the crowd's been hoping for something to cheer for, but nothing.
Felton against Hill. Three-pointer. Granger. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 21 points for Danny Granger.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Stoudemire, here we go. Wasted no time on that one. Pacers leading by 4. George dishes to Granger. Goes up the baseline. And again, it's Indiana.
He's finding all kinds of
definitely not on their side at this point.
Yeah, they need a quick bucket.
Anthony with the bucket. 46 seconds left in the fourth. Hill with it. Back to West. The basket drops, and it's fouled the shot. One free throw coming his way.
How did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I like the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
J.R. Smith checked in for the Knicks. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Probably time to just say it, guys. This game is over.
I think you're right on target there.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
Clutch free throws there to ensure they're going to go home with the W.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 10. There's 18 seconds left in the game. The Pacers making a switch here. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Prigioni kicks to Hardaway. New York, no good that time either.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Now, that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching our coverage of the first round of the NBA playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We leave you now with our Jordan Player of the Game.
double-digit victory and the must-win for the Pacers as the Pacers win over the losing record of the New York Knicks 113 to 103. Paul George got a job, 30 points, 9 assists. Danny Granger got 23, George Hill 19, CJ Watson 13, and Slant Stevenson 11. And the other hand for the New York Knicks, 19 points for J.R. Smith, Raymond Felton 14 and 8, and Iman Shumpert 11, Sherman Amari Steinmeier, Tyson Chandler, and Carmelo Anthony are both 10 points, and the rest of the New York Knicks. Huge victory as the New York Knicks still lead the series 2-1 over the 5 seed Indiana Pacers. So here's the bracket right here. Only the 3-0 so far in the playoffs. That was Dallas and Miami are taking 3-0. And the rest of the guys, there's a fail of the team are 3-0. Houston Rockets fell at the Memphis Grizzlies in a close game where Mike Conley hit the game-winning shot. And now the Knicks and the Pacers, with the Knicks still lead 2-1, but they still lose nearly out for air in Game 3 by the Pacers. So the Pacers still trail the series over the Knicks 1-2. Knicks lead the series right now. Deadlock here going tomorrow. We're on the Deadlock Showdown. Game 3 heads to Washington and Atlanta. Game 3 here in DC. Could be a great one here as the series is tied 1-1. With the 3 seed Detroit Pistons led by Josh Smith take on the 6 seed Washington Wizards led by John Wall. With the winner who will go the chance to go into 2-1 edge. And followed by a second game here in Atlanta, Georgia. Game 3 as well. Also the series is tied 1-1. With the 2-7 matchup in the East with the Chicago Bulls led by Derrick Rose against the 7th seed Atlanta Hawks led by Paul Millsap. That'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as the Pacers beat the Knicks by 10. Double digits victory 113 to 103. This is Andre Kenshin say so long from Bankers Line Fouls in Indianapolis. We'll see you tomorrow for the Detroit Pistons and the Washington Wizards, followed by the second game, the Chicago Bulls and the Atlanta Hawks game. And that's it. I'm out and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we'll see you tomorrow for the first game here in the Verizon Center in Washington, D.C. for the 3 seed Detroit Pistons take on the 6 seed Washington Wizards, followed by the second game here in Phillips Arena for the 2 seed Chicago Bulls and the 7 seed Atlanta Hawks. And once again, I'm out. And good night. We'll see you tomorrow for another doubleheader. Peace. Thanks for watching.